I think that's why Steve found it so difficult the night before he was evicted.
Yeah, because he'd never been through that experience.
He'd never been up. He'd never had that experience.
Yeah.
You know?
And the first time he's up, he's out.
Yeah. I wonder what would have happened if he'd have been up week 3, week 4, week 5.
That'd have been crazy.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Little did we know that the first time we were all up, we didn't have to worry about a damn thing.
Yeah, and little did I know that the first time Steve was up, he'd go. I think if it had been a different week, like weeks 5 or 6 or something, he would have stayed. I think it was just because, like, people had seen a lot of him, and it was like 4 people had to go. It could very well have been that, like, he was, like, you know, almost staying. And, like, you know, although he got evicted first, could be that, like, he had the least amount of, you know, eviction things of all the people that left. Who knows?
I think quite a few of us in the votes was the difference between a vote to starve a mouse. You know, because I think we must have been so close, all of us, in votes.
I think so. I think even the people that stayed, I don't think there was a lot between any of us.
No. I think John probably got the lion's share of votes to go.
Maybe. He said he was thinking he would get 27% of the overall votes, which out of 8 people would have been quite a bit. It would have been double the average, wouldn't it? I reckon probably he may very well have got 20 to 30% of the votes. And then I think the others, you know, may have been up around about 10% somewhere. But like you said, who knows? Could very well have been that we were all really, really close. Maybe some people were just in by like the skin of their teeth.
Lady Luck chose to smile on us that night.
Maybe Tom Jones coming out the woodwork. If he has come out the woodwork, got me at the final. I hope he's been doing his canvassing well over the last few days. I think he's going to have to bring Shirley Bassey in and the Stereophonics for me to win. But like, he may get me into 3rd. Oh, Tom, he put his finger out.
That Friday night, I was at peace. If, like, you know how you say you're at peace?
Yeah.
I was at peace if I was going to go that night. I wasn't...
Yeah, you look rested.
I wouldn't have been gutted.
I know John was saying you looked a bit nervous or whatever, but he did seem rested.
I think no matter how many times you're on that sofa, you'll always get a bit nervous. But out of all the times I've ever been up, I was at the most peace. I thought, well, you know, if I go now, it's only 4 days to the end, and
yeah.
What happens to me is I start thinking, oh, my friends are literally just on the other side of that door.
Yeah.
And as soon as I go out, I can see my friends, and you think, oh, actually, I really do want to see my friends, and you think, well, actually, if I go, it's not a bad thing at all because I'll be seeing my friends. But I'm very happy and very grateful that I've been kept in.
I feel the same. I feel like I owe a massive debt of gratitude to the public for keeping me in, and also at the same time I'm like shocked I am still in. And what was I gonna say? Imagine how I felt, dude, being up with John the last 2, and I think that the one before that, when Sam was evicted, she said the next person to go is, and there was a pause, and someone shouted Dave.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I must be going. I actually thought that it was, you know, like maybe like some production member that was saying to Davina, you know, that came over a little bit loud, like, oh, the next one to go is, and then the production went Dave. So I was expecting my name to be called.
I heard that as well.
I was expecting my name to be called.
I did wonder what that was all about, but...
I did as well. What's that?
Yeah, but it sounded like a positive cheer, didn't it?
Yeah.
Dave.
I like the bit when you two were waiting to find out, so I was going, glory, in the background.
And then I hear my mate Paul, I'm sure it was my mate Paul going, love you, man. Sounded like
I
my
heard
mate
that
Paul.
as well.
But dude, you imagine what I felt like, dude. Me and John James, it was like, dude, I'm going, no way, I'm staying. Couldn't believe it, dude, when she said my name, and then to hear the cheering in the studio, my friends and family and stuff, was so amazing. I got to be probably one of the top 20 moments of my life. That. I know it's only a small thing, but it meant a lot.
John James's fans in the audience were also very good as well, because you know, they could have easily booed when your name got called up, but they're very good to you know, not give anything negative, because that's happened before sometimes.
Has it?
Yeah, when they're in the studio and the other people just start booing.
Really?
So it was very good of them as well to be
Well,
kind.
I think they knew we were friends and stuff,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't have done that. They knew we were mates. They knew there would have been no hard feelings either way. I'm sure my family and friends would have cheered if John would have been selected. But, I wish, in one sense, it would have been in the crowd, just because then it would have been a
Get
bit
someone out.
It would have been a bit more less, biased, and you know what I mean. We could have heard what the crowd thought, but
I think he knew what the crowd thought.
yeah, he did. I can't believe John thought they were shouting Corin. Did you see him? He genuinely thought they were shouting Corin's name. And he's like, you hear him chanting Corin, get Corin out. And me and Josie were looking at him like, John, they were shouting you.
Get a generic random housemate out in no particular order. It's funny, I've noticed like each evictions, the doors open faster and close much faster.
Yeah.
So I remember like the first few, like especially Rachel's one, when the doors opened.
And Sunshine's.
Yeah, they was open for ages, and then it stayed open for ages.
Yeah.
But now it's just like.
One out, one in.
You have to be quick, otherwise the doors will crush you as you try and step through, as they try and close immediately again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just open it just enough for you to squeeze yourself out.
Sunshine's one was quite a wild one as well. They left it open for a little while. That's upset me a little bit, because I could see Sunshine at the top wanting to do her prancing around. And the booze was so severe, she was like, she just caved in. It was like she wasn't going to stand there and have all that.
Well, like I said, when I did the David Copperfield thing, the roar of a crowd is like a physical thing. It hits you. So
Is it that strong?
Yeah. And fortunately for me, they decided to cheer me. So the boos I don't know what they must sound like. Because the crowd, you could feel it vibrate through your whole body as I was walking down the steps. It's the weirdest feeling ever.
I'm pretty sure none of us will get universally booed.
No.
Because at the end of the day,
Maybe
they kept us in, didn't they? I think Andrew may have a drop. A few apple pies thrown at him, and some trifles and the odd watermelon.
We should give him a big bucket to be evicted, and so we can catch them all. We can have a little snack afterwards.
I love the way you talk, Molly. You're funny. Some of the things you say.
Like what?
Just the way you like put things out there, like this is the greatest crucible. It's the crucible. He said something else just now as well that I found quite funny. I don't know what it was. The mole.
And you liked my word I used this morning, the penultimate.
Yeah, the penultimate, yeah. What did he say? You said something about the snake earlier or something. Did you say something about the snake or?
A sneaky snake, or?
No, he said something about the snake. I forget what it was. It was funny though. I like the way you talk, man. It's funny. Dude, imagine my mates. I got my mates and my mum who are like massive Big Brother fans, and they would have been watching this and watching everyone in here and would have been talking about all you guys. I'm in here with you.
I know.
Imagine how it is for like your mates and stuff. They're like, the ones that are Big Brother fans. Dude, like they must have so much interest in what's happening, because like their mate is in the Big Brother house on their favourite programme, watching like what they would usually watch, but with their best mate in there.
Yeah.
Like, weird, dude.
And none of them had a clue.